Welcome back to Popular Polls, everyone. This is episode 30, I gotta check, 36, I gotta correct this here. Your weekly show where we discuss the answers to a question which we set, well, basically your answers to a question that I set. That's how it kind of works out here. Alright, last week I missed the Sunday episode of Popular Polls because I was on a road trip up to Denmark, up to Copenhagen, playing disc golf with a couple of friends. We usually do this trip once a year. It's usually not disc golf, it's ultimate frisbee, but this year our tournament was cancelled, so we were like, oh no, we're just gonna play disc golf. Was great. And actually, last week's, or our last question, which I said, which is now 2 weeks ago, was related to that road trip because prior to that road trip, I was checking the car specifications of the Model 3, which I have, and it said that you can only add 375 kilograms of load, including, and that being all of it, including the passengers and cargo. And I was like, all right, guys, how much do you weigh? And all of us five weighed together more than 375 kilograms. Plus we had additional, bags and food and stuff like that. So we ended up taking my dad's Model S. We switched for the weekend and yeah, that's how it turned out. So I want to just go over the reactions that I got from you really quick because I asked you, did you ever pay attention to the vehicle load limit? Thanks to the 21 persons of you who answered, and it looks like not a whole lot of you ever looked at it. Actually 66%, that's 14 of you said, nope, I don't ever pay attention to it. Maybe that's deliberate, maybe that's not deliberate, who knows? Then we had 14%, at least 3 of you said yes, I did ever pay attention to this. Some people didn't even know this existed. Honest answer here. Thank you for that. And one said yes because of a road trip. Basically same situation I was in here. So maybe car manufacturers should do more to take to have people look at these numbers. But then again, it doesn't seem like I've never had any articles pop up on my newsfeed that said, oh, a car crashed because it was overloaded with cargo and people. Maybe this is a factor in some crashes, but it never really gets put out there in the news. I don't really know. I don't feel like it's the biggest issue we have right now, but it's still interesting to have a poll and look at these results. That's why I do this. All right, we also had a lot of comments. By the way, always feel free to comment. I love all of your comments and I read through all of them. But this week I had actually so many on last week's episode that I'm just going to ask you to look through all of those if you're really interested. Thanks to some of you who got back to me from the episode even before that. And, I love to catch up with you. So please don't feel like your comment was ever not read. I'm just going to pick out 2 of them that I felt were most relevant to our discussion here. And the first one is, oops, I was in the wrong window here. And the first one was from BlaBla User. Now, BlaBla User also commented a while back and then, got back to me again. And he or she says, and I think 375 kilograms is just a joke. You should easily have allowed weight of 500 kilograms, as you mentioned, 5 people plus luggage. Well, BlaBla User, I totally agree. I wish it would have been higher. And I actually did talk to the people at Tesla because I was in a Tesla store not long after we did this poll. And, I talked to them and they were like, yeah, well, with the Model 3, maybe we'll put some more on there because of the towing. And I don't really know if this will ever happen. And I feel like the car could easily handle more. But anyway, that's what it says right now. If anyone from Tesla is watching right now, maybe you can have the sticker say like 450 kilos or so, would be great. Anyway, second comment is from the Comparison channel. Now that is actually Martin Keen's channel. I did a call-out video with him a while back where we drove his electric golf cart. And he rebranded his channel and now does comparisons. Really entertaining. He has a couple of them up. One is also concerning autopilot. I encourage you to check it out. And he says, wow, I had no idea. My 8-seater Honda Pilot, now that's 8 seats, only has 608 kilograms of load capacity, it turns out, have almost certainly exceeded that unintentionally by quite a bit. And remember, this one is a 8-seater Honda Pilot, so if you take 8 times 80, that's how I think our average weight in that car was pretty much close to 80 kilograms a person. Now 8 times 8 is, let me get my head straight, that's 64, that's 640 kilos, without even putting anything more in that car, so no luggage, nothing. his Honda Pilot 8-seater would have been out-capacitated with just 8 average people in there. I would say that probably carries over for the US as well. So, yeah, definitely an interesting topic to look at. Okay, so let's get into this week's question, and it's a big week for Tesla fans like me. Sorry that I'm getting this excited, but it's the Cybertruck unveil. It's happening on November 21st, and you might say, Alex, would you like to buy a vowel? Sounds like you were not speaking correctly there. Yes, it's called Cybertruck, but I kid you not, that's how it's spelled. It's CYBRTRK, and that's what was trademarked by Tesla. So freaking excited. So as I said, the event is happening on the 21st. I will definitely stay up late / get up early to watch the live stream here and get a video out as soon as possible for all of you. Will probably be in German though. But if you're one of my German audience members, or if you just don't care, feel free to watch it. It will be definitely out as soon as possible. So, no one knows what it looks like. And instead of going down the rabbit hole of speculations about what it looks like, I felt like let's go down the rabbit hole of speculations on something else, which may actually show us a bit of the future where other Tesla cars are headed. Battery size. Now, you know, something that could make its way into a Cybertruck at some point might trickle down the line into Model S, X, or other cars. So I'm super excited to see how big it is. Now, we might not get the exact battery size at unveil. I'm hoping we will, but we might not, because Tesla switched to a model where they say this is performance or non-performance, and they'll just give you, you know, the maximum range or mid-range or standard range plus or something like that. But I'm sure that someone will do the back calculations and we'll get, within like a couple of kilowatt hours, we'll get to the battery size. So, pretty simple question this week. How big do you think the top end battery spec for the Cybertruck is? To answer, please click the pop-up link, which will pop up in the top right-hand corner of your video right now. And here are your answer choices. Number 1, less than 100 kilowatt hours. I personally don't think this is going to be the case, because the Model S already has it, and the Model X already have 100 kilowatt hours, and, you know, whatever. I don't think it will be less than that, because it will be bigger and it needs some range. Your option number 2 is between 100 kilowatt hours and 120 kilowatt hours. I don't know, this actually maybe close to 120 or something, might be. But the top end spec, I'm not sure. All right, third option, between 121 and 140 kilowatt hours. Yeah. Number 4, between 141 and 160 kilowatt hours. Personally, I think this is the range where I would put my money in, maybe 150 or so that would fit right in there. And your last option is more than 160 kilowatt hours of battery capacity, and maybe it's even more, because think about this. The not yet released, but already unveiled a couple of years, it's already, wow, a couple of years ago, or maybe a year ago or so, whatever, the second gen Tesla Roadster will have a battery capacity of currently advertised 200 kilowatt hours, so maybe it will carry over in the Cybertruck, and maybe we'll get it there first. I don't really know. That's what I want to know from you. Super excited and looking forward to your answers. Also, please, as always, feel free to leave a comment with more details. And this is just one of those weeks that blows my mind, because not only does Tesla have its event, I already have a couple of videos produced that will come out later this week, which I love them. One of them is particularly dear to my heart, and I hope you'll enjoy these. These will be in German language, but I'm sure you'll figure a way to watch them. Either you are able to speak German, you're just learning to speak German because of my videos now, or you'll figure something else out. That's it for this week. Make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video.